Today I'm reviewing the RitKeep A10 Thunderbolt, and you guys are going to watch me put this thing to the test. This boasts a 2,200 pound weight capacity, but what I'm more concerned about is can a short, ladies and gentlemen, hit depth when it's in hack squat mode. This unit here does both leg press and hack squat, but the question is, does it do both well? If it passes my test, I might just recommend it. This leg press checks all the boxes. It's sturdy, offers plenty of weight storage, large foot plates for both the leg press and the hack squat, and has all the adjustability you could ever want or need. But none of that really matters if it doesn't actually perform the way it's supposed to. Let's start this off by breaking down leg press mode. There is a few features I really appreciate about the A10 when it comes to the leg press mode. First one being that there's 5 different adjustment/angle points for this foot plate. So if you have really good ankle mobility and you want to hit the top of your quads, you can rock this foot plate all the way forward. Or if you're like me and have poor ankle mobility and don't like your heels leaving the foot plate, you can put it in that first setting and it's very comfortable. The second feature I really like about the A10 is how easy it is to remove this safety post. That just gives you a little extra depth in the hack squat. You do have to remove this if you're shorter, but this also has 5 different points of adjustability so that you can feel safe no matter how tall or short you are performing the leg press. And the third shining quality of the A10 is going to be there's also 5 points to rack the sled when you're done leg pressing. So again, no matter how tall or short you are, you're going to feel safe being able to kind of bail on the leg press if you need to pull those rails in and rack the weight. You also saw a minute ago that this back plate has adjustments. It has 4 different adjustment points, which between this back plate and the foot plate, that gives you 20 different variations or angle points to try in the leg press. Now, when you do leg press, this seat sits into these 3 different holes. And I did at first have a problem with this seat wobbling around, which I've had problems with other models doing that before. But the A10 does come with these plastic pieces that you can decide to put on the underneath of the footing. I didn't use it just because I like to be able to move my equipment around easily, so I didn't want rubber against rubber. But what I did use it for is I put a piece of rubber at the bottom of this back plate, and now it doesn't move at all. So it's a very simple fix, and it comes with your A10. So keep that in mind if you end up buying this, that you can fix the seat with just one of those pieces of rubber that it comes with. In the beginning, you also heard me say that the A10 has a 2,200 pound capacity, so let's break that down. This means you can have 1,000 pounds loaded onto the sled. There are 4 different weight horns, 2 underneath and 2 on top, so each weight horn can hold 250 pounds. The leftover 1,200 pounds can be dispersed between the 6 storage weight pegs that it comes with. Although I haven't tested it with 1,000 pounds, I can say the A10 feels sturdy in use. Although the A10 is sturdy in use, there is something different about it than most combo units. This sled is on rollers instead of linear bearings. If you've never owned a combo unit before, you won't know the difference. But if you frequent a commercial gym or you've had one with linear bearings in the past, there is a noticeable difference. Neither is better than the other, in my opinion. I actually opted for a leg press with rollers myself because I've had so many issues with bearings breaking on me over time. The rollers are very, very smooth in use, but it does cause the sled to have just ever so slightly a little bit of play to it. When you load it up and in use, you don't really notice it, but the lighter you go, the more you notice it. All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for, can I hit depth on the hack squat? The answer is yes and no. I'm definitely hitting 90 degrees, which is actually surprising at 5'2". I do wish I had a few more inches of depth, but this is easily fixed with some squat wedges. But for anyone shorter than me, this might not be the unit for you. The shining star of this unit definitely has to be how big these foot plates are. This foot plate right here for your leg press is 19 inches tall by 30 inches wide. And then the hack squat foot plate is 24 by 28 inches. So that's plenty of room if you like to do a wide stance in your leg press or your hack squat. The other positive thing I have to say about the A10 is I really appreciate all the storage weight horns that it comes with. It comes with 6 of them. I would suggest not putting more than a plate or 2 on each storage weight horn because I noticed when in use, if you have more weight on the weight horns, they tend to tip down a little bit, and so the weights start to work themselves off the weight horn. But I haven't noticed that being an issue if you only have 1 or 2 weight plates on there. When you switch this into hack squat mode and you put this foot plate down, you run out of room for your arm. So you do have to kind of slide your arm out until that pop pin pops in. But the issue is when you want to put it back into leg press mode, you have to reach here between to get that pop pin. And if you have bigger forearms than me, you're going to have to go underneath to pull that pop pin, and that might just be a little bit annoying. This sled is on rollers, and so I notice when I'm in hack squat mode, because I'm laying against the sled, I can feel the rollers a little bit more. I can feel the seams in the rollers. Now, again, this is not a negative thing, especially if you've never owned a unit like this before, but it is something to note. The more weight you load on, the better and smoother it gets. But because I only hack squat with like 25s on each side, I can feel the seams in the rollers a little bit. Not as much of an issue when you're in leg press mode. It just honestly feels smooth. But again, something I wanted to reiterate and let you guys know. Now, that is everything I have to cover about this machine. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If I missed something, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you found that you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. I love doing these reviews, and I can do more reviews if you hit the subscribe button. Now, just to be transparent, RitKeep did send this to me free for review, and so I do have an affiliate link. I will list that in the description below. So if you guys want to purchase this machine, I will go ahead and leave that link there for you. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you guys for watching.